the HEGIRA with your host, the legendary Mike Sylvester. And this is episode 5. And as usual, we want to encourage you to join the conversation, to join us. You know, we want to make sure that you're part of this community of positive, energetic people who are full of life and full of energy. And as you know, HEGIRA is a journey to a better place. So think of this as your pilgrimage, as your odyssey, as your peregrination, as your journey, you know, to a better place, to be in the best version of yourself, to being a better person physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, and otherwise, in all aspects, in all respects, you know. So my friends, I encourage you, if you have not done so as yet, to like, subscribe to this program, to share it with your family, share it with your friends, to share it with everyone that you know, because we are going to build this community of influencers, this community of people who are here on this earth to find our true purpose, to be able to contribute to a society, to a country, to humankind and mankind. You know, we are not just here just to exist. We have a far greater purpose. We are children of a living God. And so we want to live out our full purpose in life. So, you know, and so I want to encourage you to be part of the conversation. We are going to have a beautiful time. I love you. I love Uno. I love it. I love all of you. I love, what they say in Jamaican, say, I love Uno. I love you. I love you. I love you. So my friends, today we're going to have a very interesting program. We are going to be talking about gratitude. Gratitude is a must. It is said that ungratefulness is worse than witchcraft. Ungratefulness is worse than obia. And so we don't want to be ungrateful. We want to constantly dip into our gratitude. We want to say thank you. We want to say thanks to persons who have impacted our lives, who have been influential in our lives, who have helped us, and who continue to do so. Because there are many people out there who are really, as they say, working to help us to be better human beings. And so we want to take this opportunity to say thank you to all of them. So my friends, a very interesting and exciting program. We have our award of the week. You know, that's a feature of this program. We are also going to talk through our motivational piece. So don't go away. We will be right back. So my friends, as I said, you know, stay tuned. Let's take a little bit of music and we'll come back very shortly. We're going to come back very shortly and talk to you in the most loving and exciting way. Yeah? So until then time, we'll be right back. So my friend, welcome back. Yes. And I think our music is still playing, so let's stop the music. Right. Our word of the day is munificent. Munificent, and munificent means characterized by great generosity. If you want to spell munificent, it's M-U-N-I-F-I-C-I-E-N-T, munificent. Munificent. And so that is characterized by great generosity. Sorry, let me just take the spelling again. I think I made a mistake. So it's munificent, M-U-N-I-F-I-C-E-N-T. And it's characterized by great generosity. You know, when somebody say you are munificent, it means that you're a very generous person. And to use that in a sentence, I have a very nice sentence. I want to be filter rich so that I can be loved for my munificence. That's not exactly a good example, but it means that, you know, If you're munificent, it means that you're a giving person, and whether you give financially, whether you give otherwise, whether it's emotionally, whether you support others, just by being there. Because sometimes, all you need is a kind word. Many persons are going through serious issues of depression and other issues that they are facing in their daily life. And the fact that you're here today, it means that you are very strong. You're strong mentally. You're strong physically. Because life is not it's not easy. It's not an easy road. I can't remember the Californian who sang, "It's not an easy road." Like I can remember, it's Bush Banton, I think, who sang that. It's not an easy road. I'm not good at singing, so I'm not going to practice here and embarrass myself on social media. But my friends, the point I'm making is that, we have to be generous with a lot of things. And so if you're not wealthy, and you could be generous with the words, you could be generous with the kindness. That's the kind of thing that we need to be able to help to build better society, to be able to be a better person. So that's the word for the day, or motivational piece. Motivational piece really is coming from a piece by the 26th president of the United States. His name is, I don't know if you can guess, Theodore Roosevelt. He had this beautiful quote, which I want to share with you. I'm not going to read the entire quotation, but it has to do with, it goes like this: "It is not the critic, right, who counts. It's not the one who points out how the strong man stumbles, or the one who states how the doer of deeds should have done them better. Basically, is the one who, by his sweat and by his blood and whatever else, the one who has his feet in the fire, essentially, the one who, as they say, has a skin in the game, and he is the one that is wearing the crown. Like they say, it's heavy is a head who wears the crown. So basically, it's the one that is in the midst of the matter. And I'm not going to read word for word, instead of paraphrasing, because it's the essence of the quote is really that, sometimes you hear a lot of chatters, and people try to belittle you, and they try to vilify you, and they try to always throw gravel in your rice, that kind of thing. But you ought not to pay a lot of time and attention to these people, because they don't really matter. They don't have skin in the game. They don't understand the intricacies. They know all the theory and all the the theoretical and the conceptual nature of things. But when it comes to actually doing the do, they are seriously lacking. And so that's why you ought not take on these people. And you'll find that in your daily life, people try to minimize your success, or try to ignore the fact that you are doing well, or ignore the fact that you are contributing. And sometimes you say you have to blow your own horn, because it is said, for example, that cold fish, what we call salt fish, a saltfish lays 1,000 eggs and says nothing. But a chicken, a yard fowl lays one egg, and it will announce to the whole world that it has laid an egg, and it will go around and crackle, and telling everybody that it has laid an egg, right? And who we praise? We praise the yard fowl. Nobody praises a saltfish. Nobody praises that came out wrongly. But nobody praises the cold fish, because it doesn't lay, it doesn't beat his own chest. That's why you have to beat your chest, because if you leave it up to people to beat your chest for you, then you are really looking for failure. You are looking to be disappointed at all costs and all points. Because one of the things that you have to learn very early in your life is that your greatest supporter is really yourself. So you don't wait on the approbation of others. You really encourage and pick up yourself and build a strong mind and build a strong body. And so you're able to carry yourself through this life. Because life, as I said, is not easy. You hear things happening, and you wonder, how is it You know, it baffles the mind because you know, you will see people walking over and you don't know what they're going through, and very often they're on the brink. You know, so this is the motivational speech. Really, if you want to go, you can read up more and get the exact text, but it's from Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th president of the United States, and really speaks to the fact that you're not the one who criticizes, you're not the one who complains, you're not the one who always seems to know the solution to all the problems, but the one who is actually the doer, the one who is sweating, the one who is in the trenches, the one who knows exactly how it is done and is doing it. He who really matters, and his opinion and his facts and his ideas are really matter. So that's your motivational piece, my friends. I hope you're enjoying the show. It's not meant to be boring. This is we are not in a boring show. We are going to try to keep it as lively as possible, and very soon, as I said, we're going to launch in a big way. You see, I'm doing little things. I have my little background, nice. That background reminds me of, you know, that's a liver. It's not liver, but it reminds me of liver. You know, that when you stand on Liver Beach and you look to the north, and you see Sugarloaf in the distance, and then to your right you'll see Green Island and Sandy Island. You know, by the way, I've been to these islands. I'm from that part of the island, and I have had some beautiful memories on Sandy Island in particular. You know, we usually go there and we fish and we cook and we have good time. You know, a lot of people may think I'm this person who you know, don't know the vagaries of life, but I do know the vicissitudes of a lot of things. You know, I have been there, I've seen that, done that before. So yes, I have had quite a bit of adventure. I continue to do so, but this picture reminds me of that, you know, and I just wanted to say that. So we are going to have an interesting program. We're going to again get to the point where persons can call in and share their own opinion and the views. You're going to bring in some interesting guests from time to time to talk about money, to talk about, you know, how you improve yourself, how you be successful in various facets of life. An important part of this program as well is your vocabulary. We are working to build a robust, a strong, powerful vocabulary. As I said before in our previous program, a powerful vocabulary will open doors for you that you'd never believe could be opened. If you want to find the right wife, find the right partner, you have to have a strong vocabulary. If you want to get the right job, you want to have the right business, you want to communicate with your clients, you have to have a proper vocabulary, my friends. And so in a sense, it's not hard, it's not easy. It's not hard, sorry. It's in fact quite easy, and there are quite a bit of resources over there that you can use to help you to be the best version of yourself. So that is our motivation. From time to time, we will, you know, segue into other matters. We're not sticking to certain things, but you know, we really focus on positivity. But my friends, don't be fooled by what you see today. If we have matters to discuss that you know encompasses the real issues, because that's what we're speaking about. This program is about real issues. We are going to touch on them. So don't get twisted. We want to build this community. We want to make sure that we have at least 1 million viewers and 1 million subscribers to the HEGIRA, a journey to a better place. And we're going to get there, you know, trust me. I say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. This is our very first step. You know, you don't have to, we don't expect to work wonders in one day or a week or a month. But over time, with our positive messages, we are going to reach, we are going to build a powerful community, you know. We are going to build a powerful community. And my friends, don't go away. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Have a little music, get a little water. Stay tuned. Don't go away. We are here to stay tuned. You understand? Taking out a little music. Let us take a little be right back sign and refresh yourself. And stay tuned. You guys working, yeah? Take it easy. Yes, my friends, we are back. We are back. We are beautiful, and we are great, and we are wonderful. You know. Um, as I said, the topic for today is gratitude. We've discussed the word of the day, which was munificent. We've given you our motivational piece, and we're going to talk about the fact that gratitude is a must. And I want to deep into my gratitude in this program. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I am blessed. I am filled with joy. I feel that I'm alive. I feel that I'm well, despite whatever challenge that I'm going through. You know, I feel ready for the day and the weeks and the months ahead. I am happy to have had wonderful parents. God bless their soul. May they continue to sleep in peace. They have taught me great values. I'm not perfect. I have flaws, but trust me, you know where I came from. You know that it takes a miracle for me to be here. I have a lovely family, two lovely kids, sons in particular. And sometimes I look at them in amazement. I always say that, you know, I wish I had the gregariousness. I wish I had the personality of my youngest son. I wish I had the perspicacity, the keenness, the mental sharpness of my elder son. I have a beautiful wife. I will not trade her for anything. I love her just the way she is. And I trust that we can continue in our journey. You know, I'm not perfect, as I said. Sometimes you have challenges, and then you have to deal with challenges. You know, no family, no person is perfect. That being said, you know, we ought not to let perfection be the enemy of good. And so it doesn't mean that you are not worthy. I am worthy. I am the son of a living God. I have so many good things going for me. You know, I have a beautiful job. I have had a beautiful profession. I have worked many years in a profession that I enjoyed, or I'm enjoying, with, you know, a sense of accomplishment. I believe that I have done very well, you know, in my career, and I feel very accomplished. And so sometimes when I hear people criticize me or people try to belittle my work, you know, I don't bother. I don't bother at all, you know, because I know my worth. And so, and I believe that, you know, the Bible is rich with literature, rich with lessons, and so on. And sometimes, you know, based on your belief, you get strength from knowing that, you know. As I always say, the point that, you know, more people are praying for me than more people that are wishing me bad. And so I get a strength from the fact that I know that, you know, the weapon formed against me shall prosper. You know, so I'm truly blessed, to be honest with you. And so for that, I want to thank the Almighty God, for bringing me into this world and to giving me the life that I've had, a life that started from very humble beginnings. And over time, my eyes have been opened. I have been I've been fortunate from the jaws of a lot of negative stuff. You know, I tell people that, you know, sometimes You know, it's amazing when I look back at my life and I see certain things and I say, wow, you know, somebody had to be in control, because it's not easy. And people are shaped by their circumstances, by the environment. I remember my growing up, I had two friends. We were as peas in a pot. Everywhere you saw one, you saw the other two. We did everything. Cooked, fished in the river, in the lake, in the sea. We held crabs. We caught birds. You know, just did everything together. We you know, them time what they used to call pretty lasting. You know, what they call pretty lasting. No, I mean, it wasn't pretty lasting. But I mean, of course, we picked a few corns and we picked a few oranges and so on. I used to tell somebody that, you know, sometimes we kept the thieves away, the real thieves, the persons who came with the bags and they came with the whatever, the vehicles and so on, and tried to rob people. You know, we picked a mango here and then we picked a few bananas here and there. You know, that was the life. You know, when you live in a country, that's country life. And so many of people I can identify with that. And you know, we did everything together. You know, and one of my friends, then he smoked at a very that's weed at a very young age, and you know, we had some serious arguments, man. You know, because my parents, my mom in particular, my mom was a very religious person, and she always, you know, as you know, your friends bring you go, friends don't bring you back. You know, these things are not good, and you need to do X, and you need to do Y, to follow Christ, and I mean, always preaching, you know. And you know, so I was a pastor in the group. You know, I was telling you guys that smoking is not good, smoking is not bad. But you know, of course, you know, you wanted friends, and so you went along and you inhaled the smoke thing. But I never put it in my mouth, and that was a good thing. I never put it in my mouth. You know, my dad had a. I mean, he never smoked. I never saw anybody in my family smoking. Any of my siblings, my close siblings, that is. Up to this day, in fact, you know, I don't know if any one of them did, but I have never seen any one of them smoke. Of course, my father used to take his little booze now and then. And so, you know, I always saw, you know, drinking as a lesser evil, as it were, than smoking. That being said, you know, they all have their effects. And so I'm saying this to say that, you know, you have to thank God for certain things, because, and I'm not saying that weed is entirely bad. I don't know much about weed. I believe that weed has medicinal purposes and so on. But even so, I would not smoke it. I probably would drink some of it in tea, if and when it becomes legalized or decriminalized or whatever they call it. But it's something that I say it because of your parents again. And the fact that, you know, you, even at that young age, there's certain things, certain principles and certain things that were instilled in you that, you know, you never did certain things. And that carried me through all my life, you know. You find yourself in vulnerable positions, find yourselves in positions where if you follow certain friends or certain people, you can be led astray, you know. I don't know if anybody had the same kind of eerie feeling with me, you know that people, sometimes people they're going to a particular place for years, you know, years they're going, and I will tell you, this is so much fun, you know, we do this, we do X, we do Y, we do Z, you know, and the day you decide to go, that's when something bad happens. And then I guess who is the one that at the end of the day is left holding the you know, the sharp end of the stick? Is you know. And I don't know, it's just a lack of experience and the fact that you're just unlucky, you know. So I always make the point, you know, that very, very early in my life, I never had an issue being a leader. When I say a leader, I mean leading without even any followers. And people who know me, they know, I'm not the most popular person in the world. People see me and they feel that I'm always upset. I'm not upset. My face is, that's my face. But I feel strongly about certain things, and I am not afraid of being alone. I'm not afraid of being by myself or pursuing what I believe is right. What I believe will help me stay on the right path. And invariably, people will follow you after a while. I've seen that. People recognize, say real recognize real. And so, and if you look around, you see a lot of people who, they follow trend. They follow, if the beat is up, they're up. If it's down, it's down, and they're all over the place. And when you see them 20 years down the road, you can't recognize them because they have no shape. They're bent out of shape, as it were. And so you can't be afraid to be alone and to follow what is right and what you believe is true and not follow the crowd. And that's what one of my strengths, I believe. So I want to really thank the Almighty God, because I believe I have been in situations where it could have gone very wrong, very different. But I always felt that there was someone higher than me that was looking on me and guiding my path and so on. I want to thank my parents. Can't thank them enough. My mom, may her soul rest in peace. She was always big on education. She wanted all her children to get an education. And I recall the days when you go and you say, my stomach is hurting me, and she said, your stomach will hurt you, but you had to go to school. So unless you really, really, really had a bad sick episode, that's the only reason you're gonna escape. You couldn't stay away from school. And school was good, because one of the things that I, for some reason or the other, even though we didn't have a lot to go wrong, in terms of being very, I would say, dirt poor. I had, I don't know, I was always bright, as they say, and so without a lot of resources, I was able to do quite a bit of stuff. I was able to, pass. In fact, when I did the common entrance, from a little country school, there in terms of the island. I don't know now that they're not grading and so, which is fine. Because again, it has its pros and its cons, but I believe that I felt then that wow, no matter where you come from, as I said in my past podcast, your past does not determine your future. And you have to focus. Again, I want to thank my family, immediate family, my wife, kids. My only regret is that I didn't have many more. My wife don't want me to say that, but I wish I started earlier. And I had quite a bit of kids. My father, in fact, had 21 plus kids, and they all got big. In fact, I'm the youngest of the lot, and I have quite a bit of age on me, so they're all big men, and many of them are very successful persons. So I want to encourage you out there, if you're thinking about having kids, they forget about this 1 and 2 children, just you're here to recreate and to populate, and they say go forth and multiply. So you can multiply and make some children, some beautiful children. Yes, so that's, I want to thank them for being in my life and supporting me. I work very hard, and they're very supportive. I hope that later in life they don't hold that against me. But I thank them for the support, and I try to be supportive as well, because I think I'm a very easy person to deal with, and so I don't make life difficult for anybody. I would say so that I want to thank my family. I want to thank the persons who have helped me in my career. You know, I want to single out one person in particular. I wouldn't call his name, but I think if he listens to this program, he will know what I'm speaking about. You know, I remember in 2005, just after Hurricane Ivan, I came back from doing a master's degree, and I settled back in the Ministry of Finance. And I was given a responsibility to lead the budget division, or the budget unit rather. And you know, I was all excited, and I was working without proper compensation. That is, because I was not paid as a chief budget officer, but I was doing the work. And I mean, I did the 2002 budget, I did the 2003 budget, I did the 2004 budget, and then of course Hurricane Ivan hit in late 2004, and boom, they had some changes. And the PS at the time, Timothy Antoine, he went he got I think he was second to the World Bank for a period of 2 years, and Lennox Andrews, who is now currently the Minister of Economic Development, he became the permanent secretary. And Hurricane Ivan hit, and everybody, of course, you know, was in a state of shock and just amazed. You know, nobody knew what was happening. And then I got a call one day. Los Angeles called me to his office and said, you know, we have identified you as the person to lead the deputy PS position, deputy permanent secretary. I'm like, yes, yes. Because I mean, I didn't know how to respond really, you know, and that was in 2005. And I mean, I consider myself then very green. I didn't believe that I was the most experienced person in the Ministry of Finance. I didn't know what they saw. I was a bit taken aback, you know. And so I had a conversation with the PS then, and he said to me, you know, you're very talented. You know, you have a lot of talent. You just have to harness and you know, refine and tone, and you're going to make a very good PS one day. Those were the words, and I have used that. I mean, I have said to persons who have had the same opportunity to counsel and to give advice that, you know, how many times in the world are you going to be, say, Prime Minister or Minister of Finance, or how many times are you going to have an opportunity to be a boss, a leader? How many times you're going to have an opportunity to lead a major organization? How many times you're going to have an opportunity to maybe go to the moon or scuba dive or whatever it is, you know? And sometimes we tend to think small. And what I've noticed is that thinking small doesn't get you anywhere. You have to think big. You have to aim for the stars, as they say. And if you fall on the moon or you fall on the clouds, you've done more than you expected to do. And so do not let anything keep you back. And so I really want to say thank you to this particular gentleman, because in a sense, he believed in me then when I didn't believe in myself. And it was, in fact, very touching and inspiring for me in terms of my own personal and professional development. So I want to say thank you to my mentors, persons who have encouraged me, and I've done so in what I would say genuine way. Because there are people who they are not genuine, and I give you an example. When I I did a presentation at the time to a group of senior managers. And after the presentation, a gentleman slipped me a piece of paper, which I thought was, I mean, I didn't know what it was. So I opened a piece of paper and I realized it was a critic. It was, there was somebody who said to me that the message was, I think the message was poorly delivered. It was properly delivered, sorry, but it was a poor message. Because if you want to encourage somebody, I think you should encourage them in a way and say, listen, you probably need to will and come again. You need to strengthen this area. You need to do X, Y, and Z. You're doing well. Give them some positive approbation. Because he said that, a drop of honey gathers more flies than a gallon of vinegar. You understand? So if you pour vitriol and poison and you're sour and bitter, people will not receive the message properly. And that's not what you want to do. You want to make sure that, if you want to effect positive change, you want to be able to deliver the message in a very nice way. And I've taken that on very seriously. So, how I correct my kids, how I correct them before, I have learned that, sometimes it's not the screaming and hell falling loose and whatever, you give a positive encouragement. And then you chime a little message, if you do better next year, you're gonna get all A's. Or if you no, that, oh, you're gonna be, what you're gonna see, that kind of thing, and so messaging is important. And I read the message. I was not very happy with the message, but I was happy with the fact that how it was delivered, because he didn't tell me openly in front of everybody, try to embarrass me, that kind of thing, and that being said, I took it for what it's worth, and I decided, I'm gonna spend some time, try to see how I can improve whatever flaw that he saw. Because it was a flaw. I mean, I make no bones about certain things. I perhaps, like many persons, took certain things too lightly, and so it was an opportunity for me to reflect. And so I am 10 times, 20 times, 100 times better for what it's worth. But there are other persons who will come to you and, try to shame you. And shame you for what? For what reason? There was a gentleman who called and lied, called on a national radio, television, and lied and said that he tried calling me 100 times. So he tried calling me and I refused to take his calls. And so he wanted to correct me on television, correct my English. My friends, and I laughed because I had an answer for him, and then I said, Mike, you're bigger than that. But that being said, I always have to make the point that, sometimes you have to tell people what you need to tell them, because, they are not doing this naively. They are not naive. They're doing this deliberately. And they say, when I'm enemy the soul, man, you have to draw your soul. Do not recite poetry to someone who's not a poet. And so, but I have not forgiven the gentleman. I just, I believe me. I have decided to let karma. But again, let's stay on point and topic. The same thanks. And so I want to thank my family. It's my extended family. I believe that I'm loved by my friends and my family. And so I want to thank you to all my friends, all those who continue to show me love, and to support my growth and development. And I want to say thank you for that. To persons who call and check upon me, persons who look out for my well-being. Because there are a lot of genuine people out there, and there are some people who are not so genuine, but that's fine. It's a mixed bag. And I am happy that every day I meet genuine people, and I meet people who have a lot of love in their heart, people who genuinely care about me. So that's good. And then to wrap, we'll take a short break and we'll come back, take a little music, and then we'll take it from there. I'm not sure what's coming up, but we're going to play some music, random music. So We'll be right back, my friends. It's not going to be no boring show. Yeah. My music don't want to play. Is that my music don't want to play? Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the HEGIRA with your host, Mike Sylvester, aka many names, Financial Jet Li, Summertime, anyone you want to call me. My friends, so you're wrapping on this important topic, gratitude is a must. And as I said, you need to dip into your gratitude from time to time. You need to say thank you. Thank you is so important. And so just wrapping, I want to steal vibes from, what's his name? That rapper. Just slipped my head. But I saw this interesting post on Facebook. I last but not least, I want to say thank you to me. Yes, I want to thank me. I want to thank me for not giving up. I want to thank me for staying the course. I want to thank me for not quitting, because many times you're faced with you want to quit. I want to thank me for just being me. Being me. I love me. I love the fact that I have made a significant contribution to this country. I have made a significant contribution to humanity, and so I feel very proud. I have no shame. My shame plate, as I say, has been broken. No matter what people say and what they try to do, I believe that my best years are yet ahead, and no one knows the future. That being said, whatever comes, I'm prepared to face it, because I am not a quitter. I am not afraid to live. I am not afraid to how to put it, enjoy the experience of life. I'm not afraid to fail and to get up. It's not how many times you fall down, it's how many times you get up and move forward. And so it's this positive message that I want to deliver here to everyone who is listening, and especially young people. Don't you may find life very challenging. Don't give up. Just continue to push and press ahead. And I always tell people, when you're young, you're fortunate. I used to laugh. Well, I laugh now. Sometimes, when I see how my kids behave, for example. They get up in the morning and they come out and they open the fridge and they just pull something out of the fridge and they slam it. And I say, look at that. I remember I used to quarrel when I get one dumpling or one piece of meat. And I questioned my mother, why one piece of meat you're giving me, feeding me properly. You need to feed me, you need to give me enough food to eat. I never asked the question, where did you get the food? How did you get it? What money? And now when I see people behaving, I'm like, what? You can't realize that, we have to work hard, long hours to actually put bread on the table. And they don't recognize that, and it's like when you get big and you realize you have responsibilities. You have to pay rent, you have to pay mortgage, you have to buy food. And when you go to the supermarket every time, you realize, oh, this kid or this person is eating, so they're not 1 meal a day, and every minute they in the fridge. Open the fridge, so current bill coming, you have to deal with that. Water bill, this bill, internet, you know. And they have it nice. They have no worries. You are the parent, no, you as a parent, you have these matters to deal with. Now as a little boy, I never had those thoughts. I never thought twice about how my parents were able to pay this and buy food and put food on the table and that kind of thing. But now that you're a adult and a parent, you realize how these things are. And so, you're trying to see if you can distill some lessons. Yeah, but that's the nature of the thing. So my friends, that is it for today. I hope that you enjoyed this program. We are going to be coming with episode after episode. We want you to join this community, share, like if you have not done so as yet. Love this channel. This channel is going to love you. Love this channel. This channel is going to get you places, because we have a bright future ahead, and we want everyone to achieve the potential and be the best version of themselves, So before we go, a little more music. I'm going to get some nice music for you. If you have any music that you can send me, please do so. We are going to be taking your calls very soon. We are also going to continue to do things to spice up this program. You see, in a short space of time, you see how we're able to do things very nicely. So do not allow, do not stay tuned. Stay tuned. That's all I say to you. Right? Take it easy, right? Bye. That's it for now. Boom. So music.